Welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast. Welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast. Welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast.
Well, welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen y'all because we've been so busy. So today's podcast is all about being busy and the garden, because that's what it's all about these days, is the garden. So we're going to talk about all those crazy things. I don't have a guest today, but I am over here on the side porch on our swing. So if the swinging gets you, I'm sorry, but it's a beautiful afternoon, and I thought that we'd just get outside. So let's jump right into it. All right, like I told y'all, today is all about being busy. I got my tea. We're sitting on the side porch this afternoon, and it's been a long time, but this is episode number 14. That's right, number 14, which is awesome. But it has probably been 5 weeks since we have done a podcast, and I wanted to come on because I've got hopefully a very, very special guest next week. But we're going to try to do these and get them back going again. But we're going to talk about being busy, what's been going on in Farmerdale's life. And here's what's been going on. School's been going on. That's right. We get a lot of school. We're getting close to the end of the year. So we're really, really working hard to get that done. But some things in our personal life has been Jenny's dad passed away. And that was taking a lot of time. Farmer Jenny did a great job of taking care of her dad during the last 3 weeks of his life in hospice care, and just loving on him and taking care of him, and had to go through his funeral and just kind of organizing all of that stuff. And if you've ever been through that because we did that with my dad way back in September of last year, which is crazy. And right about this time last year, we were going through my dad getting sick, and right at Memorial Day. So we're right about 2-3 weeks away from being a year away from the time he actually went in the hospital. So life's been crazy. This whole entire year has been crazy. But when it got warmer and the garden started, boy, we really got extremely busy from that point. So, I don't think that I do a very good job of taking time to sit down and think and relax, and to meditate and to think over, what's really going on in my life. But through this process of my dad passing away, Jenny's dad passing away, my brother-in-law's father passed away, so a lot of death has come through our family, and that's very usual, very normal, I guess, for every family. And but it's when it's your family, it's a little different. We're always compassionate about other people when they lose their loved ones, but when it's in your family, boy, it's a little different. And we're also in the middle of selling my mom and dad's house. We got a contract. That's right. We finally got a contract on the house. We're supposed to close in the end of May. But my brother and I have been working hard to try to get that taken care of and moved on. So just dealing with people's estates and how they do those things, and having enough money to pay for my mom's care, it's stressful. It really is stressful. But life's been really busy. School has been extremely busy trying to get through. We had a big golf tournament. We have just everyday school life, and then soccer team has been played really well and did really well in the championship. Lost in the championship, but they did really well. And then track finished up on Friday night, and then Saturday we were able to sell a little lettuce. And for the first time, we didn't go to the market. We just set up on the front porch of S.Y. Wilson, which is awesome. You should try that place out a little bit. S.Y. Wilson can buy you something real nice up there. But we're about to get into another busy season. That's summer, and it's just busy, 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 right? And I know everybody's life's busy, and I struggle with that. So that's what I want to talk about. Taking time for yourself and just sitting peacefully for a moment to meditate, to read your Bible, to pray. I find that to be very hard for me in my life. Most of the things in my life, though, I bring upon myself. The garden, that's I brought that upon myself. Job is I probably do more than what I probably should, but that's just the way we do things. But being busy can be very, very bad. And through this whole year, from my dad going from hospital to surgery to home to hospice care, and then doing that for 2.5 months, just exhausted. Right, I find myself to be exhausted. And this morning at church, talking in a community group today, I was like, man, I've got to slow down, but I don't know how to slow down. And I wish some people could help me, tell me how to slow down. I thought when I got to be this age, I'm going to turn 56 this June, that life would be slower, but it's sped up. I don't know how it sped up. I thought with our kids that our kids were extremely busy, and we were chasing them from this event to this event, and trying to do the best we could with that. Plus, work 2 full-time jobs, maintain a home, cutting grass, all those things as you do as a parent, and still being a great mom and dad, or trying to be a great mom and dad. But it seems like my life is sped up, and I don't know about you, but I enjoy that because I don't think I can sit still very long. I do like taking naps, though. The Sunday afternoon nap is the best. You can comment and tell me whether you think that's the best. Because I've tried to tell our head of school, I'm like, hey, we got to incorporate nap time in school. They do it over in Japan and China, and the kids get a nap time during the day. Why don't we get a nap time during the day? Because I got a lot more done this afternoon with that nap than what I would have. So we're going to talk about that in the second half of the podcast today. But being busy, I don't know how to slow down. I really don't. I want to slow down. I don't want to do as much, but it seems like I continue doing the same thing I've always done. One of my goals, I told my head of school this year, or one of my goals was to slow down and not go to as many activities, not go to all the away games. That didn't happen. I look back now and I'm going, I spent the last 10 months going to every ball game, supporting our kids, and that's just me. I love doing that. I love supporting our kids and watching them play, and it's become a thing, and I can't change it. I've tried to change that, and that means I'm not as home as much, and Jenny gets to watch a lot of TV by herself. And she's busy too. I mean, she's got a lot going on. So, and then especially through this process of her dad being sick for the last 3 years, it's been a lot. It's just been a lot. So, we're looking forward to vacation coming up. I don't know where y'all going. We're going to go to Charleston. We've been to Savannah before, but we've never been to Charleston. And so we're going to go to Charleston. We're going to make that long drive and spend a lot of time together, and probably get on Farmer Jenny's nerves a lot, but she doesn't like to fly, so we're going to drive, and so I need some good places to eat. I need some good coffee places. We're staying at a marina, the Charleston Marina, which looks pretty cool, but we love to eat, and we love drinking coffee and finding the best coffee shops. So down in the comments, make sure that you tell us what's going on with that, because if you've been to Charleston, we need to know. And we love to travel, and that's one of the things we want to do more in our retirement, or in our later life. We got to travel more. We're talking about all the things. Hey, we got a hummingbird. Y'all got hummingbirds yet? I'm over on the side porch, and we got some hummingbird feeders, and I see 2 hummingbirds. That's pretty cool. Anyway, if you don't have hummingbird feeders, you need to get you some. We put them out kind of early, but they're kind of showing up kind of late, it seems like, because they're normally already here and they're just showing up. But hummingbirds are awesome. But anyway, back to vacation. That's a part of us slowing down. But there again, we're not people who just sit on the beach and sit there all day long like some people can. We just can't do that. So, so we're gonna have a little bit of both. We'll sit by the pool, probably find the Foley Beach. I think it's what Foley's Beach, and then I think it's what it's called in Charleston. You can correct me if you need to, but I think that's what it is. And we're gonna find some shopping, and we're just gonna hang and probably just chill and not have any worries. Hopefully, because that's what we need to do. We said, because we went to Boston last year, and that was a go, go, go. Which Boston was awesome. If you haven't been to Boston, go to Boston. We love to travel, and we want to travel more. And in July, life's really going to speed up because baby Walt's coming. That's right. Our daughter is having her first baby and first grandchild, and you can call me G-Pop. We've talked a lot about what my name's going to be, and I've settled with G-Pop. That's right, G-Pop. It's going to be awesome. I don't know what Farmer Jenny's going to end up with. She started with GG, going into something else. So anyway, but I'm going to be G-Pop. So if you see me, you can call me Farmer Dale. I go by a lot of names, but G-Pop is the one I'm about to add in July, and that's going to speed things up, I'm pretty sure, because I've heard grandkids are awesome, and we're going to be as involved as what our family will allow us to be. So anyway, I don't want this to be a long podcast because I just wanted to jump on here real fast and say, hey, busy life. Can you help me slow my life down? Because this garden business is full time. From April till November, it's full time, and trying to work a real full time job, the one that really pays, because this is a hobby full time job, takes a lot of time to do it right and make it look right and to grow the right food. So anyway, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about everything that's been going on in the garden that has really sped up my life a little bit and increased my time outside, which I love outside. So anyway, so we'll be right back to the Farmer Dale podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Dewey Dillard with Groom and Company Realtors. That's right. Have you checked Dewey out? This is our 14th podcast. Have you called Dewey? If you haven't, you need to call him today at 901-218-1958. He will do you up right. He's been in the business for over 30 years, and he will do you up right. He's going to find you the right house. He's going to find you the best price for a house, and he's going to work through the whole process with you and walk you through it to make sure that you are comfortable and that you're totally happy with the brand new house that you might buy or the one that you're about to sell. So look up Dewey Dillard at 901-218-1958. Dewey will do it right. All right, well, welcome back to the Farmer Dale podcast, episode number 13. We're still out here on the side porch, is the main reason we bought this house was the side porch. We've got a back porch, but this side porch is my favorite spot in the house, sitting on the swing, swinging a little bit. Sun is setting back behind us. It's going to be a beautiful sunset. I probably should have filmed this during the sunset, but so if you're watching this on YouTube, that's what you're getting is a lot of sun. All right, well, garden. Woo! How's your garden? That's what we want to know. How is your garden? Are you growing a garden? I would love to hear that in the comments, and send that to me. Send me pictures. Love to see your garden. We've been planting every weekend for the past 4 weekends, it seems. We have not received a lot of rain. We received a lot of rain really fast in about a day and a half. But overall, we have not received a lot of rain. So we've had to do a good amount of watering, and that's okay. So let's go down the garden. So one of my favorite things to grow is tomatoes. We have 120 tomatoes that we planted. We planted 60 celebrities, which is a slicing tomato. And then we planted a new one for us is a Bella Rosa. I've read a lot of stuff and I've seen very good reviews on that, but a Bella Rosa. We have 30 of those, and then we planted 30 cherry plants, cherry tomato plants. So if you know anything about cherry tomato plants, you can have just one cherry tomato plant and probably supply most of Memphis, a lot of West Tennessee probably. There goes, did you see that? Yeah, that's right. That was that hummingbird that just flew by my head. But we have 120 tomato plants altogether. We're going to have plenty of tomatoes. They're really looking good. I'm probably going to prune the small short leaves around the bottom. Going to trim those, prune those off this week, later on this week, and then we're going to start staking them and putting the first twine because we do a Florida weave on our tomato plants, and we'll do videos on that. You can watch our videos on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, all those places, and we'll show you how we do our Florida weave, which keeps our tomatoes upright, and because they get heavy with a lot of tomatoes, so we try to support them as much as possible using T-post and some twine. So you'll see that. But we got all the tomatoes in. We got our zucchinis. We got a spineless zucchini, green zucchini. We have a yellow zucchini, which is one of my favorites. It's a little smaller, a little thinner. And then we also have a patty pan squash, which I love patty pans. If you've never done a patty pan, I think these are called Sunburst, I think. But those, boy, it's really good. And then we do just the yellow summer squash. We don't do a crooked neck; it's a straight neck. But a lot of people grow the crooked neck. But we grow the straight neck, and we've grown both in the past. Crooked neck seems to do really well for us, and the crooked neck did too. But we're just going with the straight neck this year, which is really awesome. So that's all that. And we got our okra. We got two different types of okra. We do a crimson spineless. And then we also do what I call what is called a red burgundy okra. And boy, if you've never had a red burgundy okra, woo, doggy, that's right. I love red burgundy okra. I mean, it's just awesome. You can let the pods grow a little bit longer, so you can get a little bit more okra out of it. The greens crimson spineless produces great. We get a lot on one plant, but you have to get those pretty quick and get them pretty small, but they're still awesome. So we got all that. We got our marigolds planted in two different sections to basically surround that one. So everything I've talked about is in one plot. So those marigolds will try to decrease the bug population in that zone, in that section. So got a lot of those planted. And then in our big plot, which is 300 feet long, the rows are 60 feet long, but it's 300 feet long. We don't have the entire thing planted because we succession plant some stuff. So everything I'm talking about is our first go around, except for sunflowers, because we've planted 3 different sections of sunflowers already. Because the way we do our sunflowers, we plant about 1,000 seeds per week every Saturday, so that every week throughout the entire year, all the way up and hopefully to Thanksgiving, we'll have sunflowers, different varieties that are different colors. We grow the Pro Cut sunflowers. They have 0 pollen in them, so they're perfect for your vases on your on your tables in your home. Florists love them. They are very sturdy, really awesome. They don't get as big. There's not these big sunflowers. They get about so big. So. But they really produce well, and they're really strong, and they do a great job. And then, so we got 3 succession plants of the sunflowers. And then I planted an extra little section today, which is called a teddy bear sunflower, which is beautiful. They're smaller, and they're fuzzy and wuzzy. I mean, they're just really beautiful. But they're called teddy bears, and they're dwarf teddy bears. There's 2 different types: a regular teddy bear and then a dwarf teddy bear. We grow the dwarf teddy bear, which is a shorter stem, and they're really pretty. Birds are going crazy today. They're flying around. They're living life right on this beautiful day. So anyway, so we got that, and then Farmer Jenny's favorite vegetable in the garden is purple hull peas. Now, I had a conversation with a lady at church today because she's like, "Hey, you got purple hull peas?" I was like, "We got them planted, but you're going to have to fight Farmer Jenny for them." So Farmer Jenny walked up. She was in her fighting stance, and the other lady's in her fighting stance. And I'm like, "All right, we're going to see who wins this battle." But Farmer Jenny loves her purple hull peas. So, and we didn't grow any purple hull peas last year, so I'm so excited about some purple hull peas. If you've never had a purple hull pea, they're kind of like a black eye pea. But they got such a better taste than a black eye pea. I found them to be great luck, though. Purple hull peas. So we got those planted. What else? We got corn. So we plant Silver Queen corn. We got 15 rows, 15 60-foot rows of corn. The first, we got them in 2 succession plants, about 2 weeks apart, so we don't have to pick all of it at the same exact time. And we may do a little bit more corn here in a little while, but Silver Queen corn, whoo, you got to fertilize it. You got to put a lot of nitrogen on it, and then you also have to spray it to make sure you don't get the worms, because the worms love that Silver Queen sweet corn. So you got to keep those worms out. That's really the only pesticides we use and spray. And then we have our watermelons, and we have our cantaloupes. We got a rattlesnake watermelon. That's a big watermelon. We don't grow seedless watermelons. I don't necessarily like seedless watermelons. Yeah, they're easy, but I think the ones with seeds are so much better. So this is a big, long, humongous rattlesnake watermelon, and I guess they call them rattlesnake because the stripes on them makes it look kind of like a rattlesnake, I guess. And then we grow a sugar baby, which is a smaller dark green watermelon, and they're really sweet, but they've got seeds in them too. And then we grow what's it called? A cantaloupe. I forgot what they're called. I cannot remember what they're called, but we got 2 rows of cantaloupes, and I'm excited about that because I love some cantaloupe. Farmer Jenny's allergic to any kind of melon, so she can't touch them, she can't cut them, she'll break out, and it's a problem. So, but I love watermelon, love some cantaloupe. There's nothing like a fresh cantaloupe right out of the garden. Got to ice them down though. I like them cold. I like them cold. Do you like them cold? Also, I don't put salt and pepper, or salt. I don't put pepper on them at all, but salt. Some people like to put salt on their watermelons. Not me. I don't like salt on a watermelon. I like to keep it pure watermelon. So, how do you like your watermelon? Leave it in the comments. Tell me how you like your watermelon. And then, let's see what else we got. We still got potatoes. Potatoes are growing well. I got to do some videos on that. We've already healed them up twice, and we've already fertilized those. So those are growing really well. They have not flowered. They do not have flowers on them yet. I can't talk today. So they haven't bloomed out yet, but so we're waiting on that. So they're still growing. We'll probably scratch out a little bit. It's called scratching, where you kind of scratch out the dirt a little bit around the plant and see if you got any potatoes down there. But we got Irish potatoes, red Irish potatoes, and then we also have a Yukon Gold potato that we're growing. I've planted some broccoli, which is pretty interesting because I've never done broccoli, and I've got some plants doing really well, but I think the heat may end up getting them before they're actually ready, which is fine. I planted them kind of late, but we'll see on that. Lettuce, we've already made 2 cuttings on the lettuce, on the Butter Crunch lettuce, and we sold some lettuce this weekend, and we'll should get another. I went out there this morning and looked at it, and it looks like we may get another 3rd cutting of those. So, so everything's doing well. Our tube roses are doing great. Those are coming on. We got 5 dahlias that survived the winter. So I'm going to have a couple of dahlia flowers. Won't be selling those, but they're going to be awesome. So now, busy. We're busy. Summer's going to be busy. We're going to be at the market in the June, July, August, September, almost every Saturday with that. So that's going to be an ongoing thing. So we're excited about it, and I love the work. Like, I love the hard labor work of it. It keeps me active. It keeps me going. I used to run a lot. I ran 1 marathon. I can't tell you how many half marathons, and I really can't tell you how many 5Ks we've done. I've done a lot of duathlons, which was a run, bike, run. Can't swim very well, so I can't really do triathlons, but done a ton of those. So I've done a lot of running over my years, and the garden's really become my exercise now. So in the summer months, I feel good because I'm going. So gardening is exercise. There's no doubt about it. Can y'all hear that train in my background? Yep. So I don't know whether you can hear that train or not. I can hear it. Anyway, so hey, it's been a busy time, and again, the busyness of life can be a problem in your spiritual life because you get unfocused and you focus on things that's not necessarily what God has intended for you. And I find that for myself many times that I'm busy, and I don't stop. I feel, hey, I read my Bible today. I read a couple scriptures. I prayed, but is that enough? Is that giving God enough time of what he deserves? Because he deserves all my time, but I don't necessarily give him all my time. So I've got to do better. And if you got suggestions for me on how I can do those things better and slow down, then I would love to hear it. But we are getting into a little bit slower time because school's about to get out, about to have our sports banquet, which is going to be a great celebration on Tuesday night, and getting into field day. Field day is an awesome day. A lot of work, but it's a great day for our kids, and some of our teachers like it. I don't know if all of them like it, but some of our teachers love it. But our kids most definitely love field day. So it's a lot of fun. I'm hoping next week I've got a special guest, and I'm hoping next week it's going to be really awesome. Next week is Mother's Day. I'm not going to tell you who I think I may have on the show, on the podcast, but I think it's going to be awesome. I think that's it for the day. You know, I said I was going to try to keep this thing to 30 minutes, and I'm probably going to get that. So I appreciate y'all, and thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Thank you for supporting our small market business that we got going on. And I'm looking forward to everybody coming out to the market to talking to us. We're going to be at the Arlington Market on the 2nd and the 4th Saturdays and starting in June. And hopefully we can, that's my favorite part of the market, is getting to talk to people, seeing old friends, seeing old customers. And I hope that all those customers we had 2 years ago coming to the market, because we didn't go to the market at all last year, I hope the people that we saw at the market 2 years ago, 3 years ago, hope y'all come back. Hope y'all visit us and just talk and talk about vegetables, talk about life, and everything that's going on. So, hey, leave me some comments, like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and we appreciate that. So you can find us anywhere on Spotify, all those things. Make sure you like all those, because that's the only way we're going to grow this channel. So anyway, hope y'all have a great week. Until next week, Farmer Dale Podcast.